25. Huh? Yeah, I did, but I have to go back to 25 because it didn't record. So, remember with complex numbers, I multiply just like I would with binomials, so I'm going to do the box method. In the first box, I get 3 times 2, which is 6. 2 times 2i, which is 4i. 3 times negative 4, which is negative 12i. Negative 4 times 2i, which is negative 8i squared. Remember, we said I squared, bless you, I squared equals negative 1. So I'm going to replace this I squared with negative 1. So it's the same thing as saying negative 8 times negative 1, which is just positive 8. So then I want to combine my like terms. I already used red. So I have this 6 and this 8, which give me 14. Remember, the real number goes out front. And then I have negative 12 and 4i, so my imaginary number goes at the end. Yeah, the imaginary number always goes at the end. So I could also do this one by foiling. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times negative 2i is negative 6i. I times 4 is 4i. And purple. I times negative 2i is negative 2i squared. I want to replace that I squared with, I'm skipping some steps there, dude. I'm gonna replace it with a negative 1. And then it'll turn into positive 2. And then I can combine like terms. So I have 12 plus 2, which is 14. And then I have negative 6 plus 4, negative 2i. So questions on those ones? Yeah, it didn't record yesterday. Okay, so then on 27 and 28, remember, these forgot the i's, so I have to write the i's in because I forgot them when I made it. So then this one, I just combine the pieces that are the same. So the 36 is going to go with the 9x, and I set those two equal. And then I have 4yi and negative 28i that I'm going to set together. Okay. Okay, so then I divide by 9 on both sides. I get 4 equals x. And then over here, I'm going to divide by 4i, and I get y equals negative 7. So then I'm going to do the same thing for number 28. I'm going to set 3x and 15 equal to each other, and negative 24i equal to 6yi. On the first one, I'm going to divide by 3. I get x equals 5. On the second one, I want to divide by 6i. I get negative 4 equals 5. Questions on those? Those two, no. You can't graph imaginary numbers. I mean, you can, but I haven't taught you how. I didn't do 29 because I guess you did it. Okay. So this one wants me to use the quadratic formula. This will be on the board when you take the final, but for now, I don't know where to write this. I'll write it off to the side. In the middle? Okay. So, this will be given to you on the whiteboard. I need to label what my letters are. Yeah. A is the coefficient in front of the x squared, B is the coefficient in front of the x, and C is just the regular number. So then I'm going to plug this in. It says negative B, so I'm going to do negative 7 and then plus or minus this. It will be positive, yeah, but I'm just showing you, so. Well, if I just switch the sign, people may think I'm forgetting it. B squared is negative 7 squared. Minus 4, A is 2, C is negative 5, over 2 times A, which is 2. So then the negative 7 is just 7. What's negative 7 squared? 49. And negative 4 times 2 times negative 5? 40. And 2 times 2 is 49 plus 40 is 89. On the final, these ones you can't simplify the radical. So if you try to, it's not going to work. Yeah, you just leave it like that. And this one's the one where it's got like the boxes. There should be 3 blank boxes, so it'll be a box plus or minus another box over an empty box. And type it in. When you type it in, don't type it in like this. Type it in with the final math. You have to get to this point and type it in. No. Okay. So then I'm going to do the same thing for 30. This is A, B, C. So I'm going to have negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 9 over 2 times 2. So what is 5 squared? And negative 4 times 2 times negative 9. 72. That was not close. 72. What's 2 times 2? 4. Okay, and then 25 plus 72? No, plus. 97. Like I told you before, this won't simplify. So questions on 29 or 30? Numbers 31 and 32, it wants me to find the sum. Oh, I want this sum. It wants me to find the sum, so I'm combining like terms. I have 5x squared and 3x squared. I have negative 4x and positive 3x. Negative 1x, so I would just write negative x. Then I have 2 minus 3. Negative 1. Questions on 31? Okay. On the final, it says find the sum, difference, or product. Remember, the way you tell which one you're doing is by the symbol in the middle. So if it's got a plus sign, it's going to be adding. So going back to 32, I'm combining like terms. What's 4 plus 2? 6x squared. Negative 2x minus x. And 1 minus 3. Negative 2. Questions on this one? On 33 and 34, it's finding the product, so this means I use the box method. So in the first square I get 3x cubed. Remember, I add the exponents and I multiply the big numbers. Over here I get negative 2x squared, negative x, or 1x. Over here, 3 times 3x squared, 9x squared, 3 times negative 2x, and 3 times negative 1. Yes. Yes. Okay, so on 33, after I've multiplied, I want to do what now? Combine like terms, I just have this 3x cubed. He doesn't have any friends. Then I have 9x squared and negative 2x squared. Positive 7x squared. I have negative 6x and negative x. Negative 7x. And then I have negative 3 at the end. Questions on 33? Okay. So then I'm going to do the same thing for 34. Okay, so my first box I get 4x cubed. My second box I get 5x squared. X times negative 5. Negative 2 times 4x squared. Negative 8x squared. Negative 2 times 5x. Negative 10x. And negative 2 times negative 5. Positive 10. Then I go and combine like terms. There's only 1x cubed. Negative 3x squared. Right, minus 15y. Minus 15x. Plus 10. Questions on 34. Can I move on, or not yet? Huh? Did I already get to this, or still? Yeah. It's in Mummy's computer folder. Everyone know? Okay. On 35 it wants me 35 and 36 it wants me to divide the polynomials. This is where I do the weird L-shaped thing. On the top I'm gonna write my coefficients. So for negative 2, there is no zero. There is no x term, so I'm gonna fill it in with a 0. Just like I will on the final. Okay. So those are my coefficients on the first one. And then when I put this number over here, I change its sign. So it's going to become a positive 4 when I write it on the left. Okay. Then to start this, I just bring the 4 down. Then I'm going to multiply by the 4 from the outside. So 4 times 4 is negative 2 plus 16 is 14. 14 times 4 is 56. 0 plus 56 is 56. 56 times 4. 224 plus 1. 225. I didn't say it on this problem, but I only care about the remainder, just like the final will only care about the remainder. So the answer here is 225. Yeah. It would be over the x minus 4, but the question on the final only wants the top number. It won't let you type in a fraction. It only lets you put in a number. So it'll say something like integer answer only or something. Okay. So number 5 is going 5. 36 is going to work the same way. 5, 2, 0, negative 2. And then over here on the left I have a negative 2. I bring the 5 down. 5 times negative 2 is negative, 2 minus 10 is negative 8 times negative 2. 16, 0 plus 16. Negative 2 times 16. Negative 32. Negative 2 minus 32. Negative 34. So my answer on this one is negative 34. Questions there? They're going to be exactly the same again. They just have different numbers. And then tomorrow I'm going to the practice test on campus. Yeah, we just got 4 more problems to do. Yeah. Okay, so 37 and 38 want me to factor completely. What do 4, 24, and 32 have in common? 4x. So I'm going to divide them all by 4x. This gets written on the outside. I don't get rid of it. It stays there as part of my answer. 4x cubed divided by 4x. X squared. Negative 24 divided by 4x. Negative 6x. 32x divided by 4x. Eight is 32 divided by 4. Okay, so I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to 8, positive 8, and add up to negative 6. Close. Yeah. Negative 4, negative 2. So, on the final, it should have the boxes you type in. So 4x would go in the first box, and then it doesn't matter which order I put these two in. Funny. So like this review guide is 40 because there's 2 of each kind. Okay, so 38, what do they all have in common? Oh, I didn't even ask you, I just... Yeah, positive 3 and negative 2. Like I said, the order inside the parentheses doesn't matter. So questions on 38? Yeah, or 1, because the x is a coefficient. Oh, yeah. Okay, so for 39 and 40, it wants me to list the even and odd ones. I'm going to go on Desmos and type all of those in. On the final, it's going to ask for either even or odd. Yes, I can tell you that in a second. Okay, so what is the first thing I'm looking for? Even functions? So, yeah, this one is it even or odd? Or neither? Yeah, there's no neither, but it doesn't mean I have to answer all of them. So this one doesn't cross through the origin, so it's not anything. So the first one is nothing. Here is the second one. It's even because I can fold it in half over the y-axis. Huh? Yeah. Number 3. Or number 3. C, is this? It's odd because I can rotate it around the origin. This one is even because I can fold it in half. and this one is odd. So if I go back, and if I look at my equations, notice B has only even exponents, as well as D, even exponents. Okay? Yeah. And then for the odd ones, they have odd exponents and no number at the end for these two. Because when they have a number at the end, that's when it makes it neither. So, yeah. What? No! You can graph them, Jerry. You don't have to do the way I just told he did, but he did wanted to know. No. It depends on how you think. I can't tell you which one's easier for you. Okay, any other questions here? Any other questions about the final in general? Okay.